What's going on, guys? SHOT Show 2026 continues at the FN booth with Ben. Ben, thanks for having me, sir. We're going to talk about just some of the updates going on with the SCAR and just new things happening for 2026. So Ben, what can you tell me?
Well, this is the next generation of SCAR, and this happens to be the SCAR 17S. So the next generation of SCAR has more than 25 user-facing improvements or enhancements in it, all driven by market research, customer feedback over the last 17 years since SCAR has been in the market. We looked at every component of the SCAR rifle for an opportunity to improve it or enhance it in a meaningful way for our users. So the result is the next generation SCAR. So starting at the front of the rifle, you'll notice the receiver is longer now on the 17S, covering the gas block. There's an M-LOK IRS integrated rail system underneath the barrel, offers a longer, more slender, slim grip, and of course with M-LOK. We improved the sling mounting. Comes with a sling mount that you can mount anywhere on the IRS, but also now two sling cups on the rear receiver plate. Also sling cups on the carbine rear stock. Every control on the SCAR next generation has been enhanced or improved in one way or another. Of course, it maintains the non-reciprocating charging handle capability of the legacy SCAR, but now we've improved the magazine release buttons, making them longer and teardrop shaped so they come back closer to the shooter's hand for easier access. The selector levers are now more modular than they were on legacy. It ships with 3 selector levers. Those 3 selector levers can be configured in 16 different ways by the user the moment they get the rifle. The triggers on the rifles have been improved. So the single stage trigger on the 2 carbines is dramatically improved for a much crisper, lighter trigger pull. On the 20S, it maintains a 2-stage match trigger, but it's the FN design 2-stage match trigger. The biggest enhancement to the controls that you can't see on the rifle because it's on the right side is an ambidextrous bolt catch release. So now there's a bolt catch and release on the right side of the rifle that's going to be operated or can be operated by a right-handed shooter's trigger finger or the support hand of a left-handed shooter. So they can have more ease to actually lock the bolt to the rear and release the bolt. True AR grip compatibility in the trigger module frame. So the trigger module frame, to allow for those new magazine release buttons and that ambidextrous bolt catch release, it's a new trigger module frame. We made it AR grip compatible. The biggest feature upgrade on it you actually cannot see until you disassemble the rifle, but you absolutely will notice it when you shoot the rifle. That is a 2-piece hydraulically buffered bolt carrier. So the bolt carrier itself now carries a hydraulic buffer in it that will soften the recoil dramatically while shooting, thus enhancing dramatically the shooter experience. You'll stay on target, get faster follow-up shots, and in the 20S, you'll be able to see your own impacts at closer and closer distances because the rifle simply doesn't come off target.
Nice. So, in regards to this being the new generation, is the previous generation that's been around forever, is that going away, discontinued, and being replaced by this, or will you still be able to get a legacy SCAR model if you chose?
As a lot of viewers are probably aware, last fall or fall of 2025, FN America discontinued the commercial legacy SCAR. It is being replaced fully by the next generation of SCAR, and that's on the 16S, the 17S, and the 20S. All will be, in those commercial rifles, the next generation of SCAR.
Now, we can't talk certain numbers on YouTube, but how does this compare to the outgoing model of the SCAR as far as price point goes? Is it similarly priced, or is there an increase due to the new features?
It's a very good question. I'm glad you asked. All these feature upgrades are going to result in a rifle that, believe it or not, is price neutral to the customer to the legacy rifles a year ago.
Great.
So a retail price for a SCAR 17S, you might find our counter price or street price, $36.99. That's actually less than the legacy SCAR 17 a year ago. The SCAR 16S is going to be price neutral, $33.99. The SCAR 20S, price is coming down $500, $39.99. Anticipated street price on a SCAR 20S.
You don't see that. You don't see prices coming down. So that's great.
And the user gets what we anticipate to be 25 to 30% feature upgrades on the next generation rifle.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. Talk to me about the new suppressor line you guys have developed now. Now, obviously, we can pair that with the SCAR 16 and 17s. Is there anything special about the cans that are coming to market?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. And while I didn't mention it here, because the rifles will ship with a SureProw Pro Comp on it, whether it be the 16, the 17, or the 20. But the next generation of rifles is fully compatible with forward venting low back pressure suppressors. We honestly don't mind or care who the manufacturer is, so long it is as a forward venting low back pressure suppressor. FN is also launching, in conjunction with the next generation rifles, our own low back pressure forward venting suppressors, the QD line. So the FN QD 762 and the QD 556 are optimized for use with not only next generation SCAR, but legacy SCAR as well.
That's great, great. Here with Cody. Cody, thanks for having me.
Nice to
you
meet
are
you.
the design engineer of the pistols, correct?
Yeah, I can't take all the credit.
Okay.
There's a huge number of people that go into it, but I'm the main engineer on this project.
Nice. So we're here talking about the new FN pistol. So what can you tell me about it?
So this is the FN 309. This is going to be an MSRP of $549.
Okay.
A little outside our normal realm of pricing for pistol products, but we wanted to reach that customer base. So our product management team did a great job early on getting a lot of customer feedback, survey data, and basically finding out what a customer at that price point finds value in.
Okay.
So like our 509 is bulletproof and duty ready as it is.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people didn't see value in some of those added features like the MRD plate system. The texture was a little aggressive for a lot of those customers. So you'll see that driving a lot of decisions throughout the design. So this comes direct mount for the Shield RMS pattern footprint. We do have polymer sights, though you do get a fiber optic front sight, and it uses the same dovetail, so if you really want to upgrade that to a metal sight, easy to find OEM metal sights on our website that you can upgrade to. The magazines are also going to be very affordable. You're talking about $30 MSRP for the 20 rounder and $20 MSRP for the 16 rounder. We did a lot of development work on these magazines. You can see that they're all polymer. There's no metal inserts there.
Yep.
But this has gone through our normal rigor of testing and additional scrutiny after that. A lot of people will be concerned with drop testing. We did all of our normal drop testing and then some on these magazines. We did cold drop testing. We even developed new tests for these magazines. So you can rest assured that's going to reach your normal quality expectations you have for FN products. This also features a no trigger pull takedown. This is an internally hammer fired gun. It is a different mechanism than the reflex, but it's going to have a similar trigger feel. It's going to be about 5.5 pounds of the trigger pull.
Okay.
So all those things we think customers are going to really find value in at this price point. It does have a reversible magazine catch, though the slide stop lever does stay on the left side of the gun.
Okay. Nice.
Those are most of the high points there. You got any questions?
Well, so I think just from FN, FN is, I think, traditionally known as a premium brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
High price point, high price of entry. I mean, you look at the SCARs; they've been around for a while.
Yep.
They're not cheap, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's great when companies, especially well-established companies who are you know as being a higher end dealer, that can find a way to come down and meet the guy who likes an FN but can't necessarily afford an FN. So
Yeah.
I think this is a great option and a great add to the lineup, and I think that would be cool to maybe see expanded down the line sometime with other things. Like give that another option for somebody who wants an FN but can't touch those upper tier price points. So I think it's great. I think it's a great move by FN.
Awesome. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Listen, guys, thank you again for having me at the booth.
Yeah, thanks.
We will continue more with Content SHOT Show 2026.